Hello and welcome back to Basically Ella, where I come to you bi-weekly to going in-depth, step-by-step tutorial on a focus feature of the face. And this week we're doing glitter. So we're just gonna play with a bunch of glitter. We're gonna decorate the eyes, make them look all ready for whatever activity you wanna do. And you're in luck. This is our season 2 finale. So what better thing to end a series with than glitter? We all got that out. That was good. Stumbled a little bit. It's a little frazzled today. You can't really, I can right there. You can see that you have my real boob today. I ran out the door and I didn't grab everything I needed, but I got all the makeup that we need. So that's what matters most, right? All right, so let's jump in it. I even brought my hair clips today, but thankfully I had an extra set of hoops in my purse. So we're gonna take my little hoops, loop it around right there. See? Perfect. Do the same to the other side so that the cameras can get a good angle of what I'm doing. Loop in. Look at that. Fashion statements all around. That's right. Keeping it classy, making it happen. All right, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab a nice little small fluffy brush, and then we're gonna go in with, you know what, let's do some oranges and stuff today. I was gonna go with browns, but you've seen me do browns so many times, so let's just go with another color. And orange goes great with blue. All right, so we're just gonna push that all into our natural crease there. It's a nice little like peachy color. It's all over. Don't have to be super neat with this because it's the first color. We're gonna put it a little bit higher as well because I want it to diffuse quite high up. Obviously I'm a drag queen. If you don't want to go as dramatic, just end it with that first part, just with this part here, and then you're good to go with diffusing it out a little bit. Whereas I'm going a lot higher and then into the bridge of my nose. I guess I should have done one eye, one eye, and the other way, the other, so you could have seen what I meant. But if you do want to have a very dramatic look, this will still look lovely anytime. All right, just diffuse it out. Little windshield wiper motions, do a little bit of circles. And then we're going to go under the eye. So we're just creating like a nice little base point, nice shape that we're going to go for before we start putting some glitter on. There we go, right in there. This is your first time doing this. You can be a little bit more gentle if you want. I know what shape I want to go for. Like I'm angling it out to a nice view in the corner, buffing it out down below. Plus I'm not putting a ton of product on my brush. Remember, it's always easier to add more. It's harder to take off. So I'm just building slowly with the color instead of swirling my brush in the pan to pick up a lot of product. I'm just tapping it in. I guess I can show you. I am tapping in, not swirling in to pick up a bunch of product. If you're like me, I'm a visual textual learner, so I need to actually see it. I could figure it out if someone talks it over to me, but why do the extra work when someone could just show you? All right, now I got it where I wanted. Now I'm gonna just take my brush and I'm just gonna diffuse all these edges. This is where I'm gonna pretty much tidy up my shape. And just back and forth, angle up, circle in. There we go. Circle in, back and forth. That's there. Beautiful. Now I'm going to go in with a smaller, more dense brush. I'm going to pick up a deeper color. You know what? Let's go over the purples now too. No, I did purples last week. Kidding. I'm not doing that. We're going to go in with this deep plummy color, which is pretty much a purple. I apologize. It's a deep brown, shall we say. And this one, once again, not being super neat with it at first because I'm just throwing it on where I want it. Remember, once again, tap the brush into the product so you're not picking up too much. And then what's still on the brush there, I'm going to slowly pull that up, and then I'm going to pull that into my crease area. Really gently. I'm really delicately touching my skin at this point. I'm not pushing too hard. And I'm gonna do the same thing with this part. I'm just picking up more product where I've already placed it because there's quite a bit there, pulling it back up and then using what's left on my brush to pull into this crease area because I don't want it to be too strong. I just want that nice, soft depth. Can you see that? You can see that. It's getting just slightly deeper. Then angle that up, right into the center. And then I'm going to pick a tiny bit more up, and this is where I'm going to go down below. Just slowly go back and forth, and then I want to connect that bottom part to the top part. So I'm gonna put a little, a little bit more on my brush, and I'm just gonna put right on that outer corner to connect the dark from the top of the lid to the bottom of the lid. Then I'm gonna take my other brush again, because I wanted to really diffuse that. Not putting any more product on that other brush, just going over the edges. Because we really want that color just to softly melt into each other. See, look at that, beautiful. Do the same with the other side. I want to connect that bottom color to the top color. This one I'm just pushing it in, and then I'm going to take this other color, or sorry, other brush, and then diffuse. If you want to see what you're doing, just take a step back. Just tilt your head back, I guess. I don't even think I put product on the bottom of the other lash. All right, let's do that now. Like something's missing. There we go. It's a good reason to step back. You can be like, oh, I didn't do that part. There's this one time I did my whole makeup, and I went out and I was looking at myself all night thinking there's something I didn't do. And then I didn't draw my eyebrows. So it's a good thing to step back and be like, where's my steps going? Because it happens. Or sometimes you'll forget your mascara. There we go. Easy done. Now we are going to take this little angle brush. I want this nice shimmery white color, and I'm going to place that right where I have that blank spot of color. I like to really highlight that part. So just right in there. Dab it on the corner of your eye. Give that nice little sheen. We are going to go over that with glitter. And then once again, take this brush, because I want to diffuse all those edges. Beautiful. Let's play with some glitter now. I have this lovely little tower of glitter. These are by Lit Cosmetics. They're fantastic. And I am going to go in with a gold color on my lid. Yes. Take some glitter glue, put a bit on the back of my hand. Sure you can't see that, but it's on the back of my hand there. My little brush. I'm going to pick up a tiny bit of that. You just want a really thin layer of this glitter glue. It works really well. Your glitter won't go anywhere, but if you put too big of a layer, it's going to start gunking around your glitter instead of acting like glue, and then it's going to turn into a really like sloppy, messy mess. Yeah, exactly. Just me running into the studio today. You do have a little bit of time to play with it, so you don't have to feel like you have to rush. And I'm going to use the same brush as this, and I'm just going to pat it. You don't need to use brushing strokes, just a nice little pat. What's nice about these Lit Cosmetics, there's multiple things. One is that they are good for them. I shouldn't say they're good for the environment, but they will biodegrade. They're not like these little pieces of plastic that will go everywhere and never go anywhere. That's plus one. And plus two is that they're very finely grated. So I'm just using a clean brush to get rid of all the little fallout that I may have had. Is that it's very finely made, and plus there's no sharp edges on it, so it won't scratch your eye. Now, I know some people are probably going to go and get craft glue. One, because it's cheap, and two, most people use it. I've used it too when I was younger. But that's before I realized that craft glue is just very small pieces of plastic that have sharp edges, so that you can actually get little micro cuts on your eyeball, which you don't want to do. So go get some Lit Cosmetics. It's expensive, but I think I've had this whole tower for, I don't know, probably 10 years, and I barely touched it, so you definitely don't need to get as much glitter as this. But if you do want to start playing with glitter, buy the jumbo packs. I don't know. Just get cosmetic grade glitter. That's biodegradable. All right, doesn't that look great? Like, look how shiny that is. That's amazing. Just pat it in. And, oh, there we go, I know what I'm doing. Just taking a little brush to get rid of all the little parts that fall off. I actually want to take some of this glitter and put it under my eye as well. So I'm going to put it right just in the center. Just right there. Take the glitter again and push it on. You can be as neat or as gentle as this you want. I find with glitter, no matter where you put it, it's just going to look like it was on purpose. And I want to do a little bit of silver right on the center of my eye. Not, sorry, center. That was totally a lie. I meant on my inner corner. It is right here. Just the tiniest amount to give it a little bit of white, more of a white highlight there. There you go, glitter everywhere. Once again, a little bit of cleanup. All right, let's keep going. We are going to use a little bit of a brown liner right in the center of my eye. I just said center of my eye, but that's not what I meant. I meant in my waterline. You guys are all getting that. I like to just use also, since I have a lot of makeup on my skin, because I do like full coverage, I like to take a little pencil and just slightly pull down, just so like it's easier. Plus I won't have the oils or anything from my finger that will pull any makeup off. There we go, just right in there. Easy peasy. Now some liner. So you have to tie this all in together. You guys have seen a liner tutorial. You can go back and check another episode if you want. But I'll say it again, if you want to buy expensive liners, you can. But this one is the Epic Ink by NYX. It is so good. I've used a lot of expensive ones that were like $40, $50, and they're amazing, don't get me wrong. But this little thing for $12, I'm just blown away with how easy, how black it is, how quickly the stuff comes out. You know, we could do that one time too. We could do like a expensive look and then do a cheap look one day. If you want to do that, I'm okay with that. Because when I first started makeup, I was, what's it called? I only use high brand, high street makeup. I was a label, yes, person. And then after I started working in a smaller store, I was like, oh, there's some great products out there. A lot of terrible stuff out there, but a lot of great stuff. There we go. Nice little liner. I didn't bring any lashes because I've done lashes for you many times, but I do have an episode all on lashes, so you can subscribe to this channel and watch it. Right now I'm just putting a bunch of mascara on my top lid. I'm going to put a little bit extra because I just want it to stand out. Normally if I'm doing lashes, I'm just going to put one coat on it just to darken my lashes so that it masks in with the falsies. But since this is going to be a standalone, I'm going to put a little bit extra on. Working really hard not to open my mouth. I feel like that's a trait that we all need to practice. And surprisingly, it's actually hard to keep your mouth closed. Like in this setting. All right, a little bit on the bottom lash. Because I have 4 lashes down there and I want them to be noticeable. You can see me, that's good. I always love that side angle where it's like, don't look like I have bangs straight on, but that side angle. Let's play with your confidence a little bit, but I still feel pretty. Especially when you're walking down the street and you get unsolicited catcalls. Whew. I'm kidding. But it all depends. Sometimes I'm feeling myself, I'm like, yes, get it. Or yell back, I'm a dude. All right. I just love how there's such a transformation from when you throw some makeup on to, I don't want it to come out that easy. Like when you throw some makeup on your eyes, it just changes everything. Before I was like all bald. Now there's some glamour there. And it was quick, it was simple, it was easy. If any of you do follow these tutorials and you want to tell me, I'm like, I'm down for hearing your stories. I had some people that I see in life and they're like, I followed your liquid liner tutorial. They're like, I loved it, it was great. And I was like, you need a little bit more practice. Just kidding, I don't say that. I say, thank you, I love that you enjoyed the video. But I hope you all do play with glitter because glitter can just glam everything up pretty quickly. See, it's just really simple, it's really easy. You can even, if you want to, put glitter on this part of the lid. But I like to just put on my mobile lid. I like that little, because like, for one, I have a hated lid, so I like that little hint of glamour when I open my eyes. That's how I wink at people too. People think I'm having a stroke, but no, I'm trying to flirt. All right, I hope you liked season 2 of Basically Ella. I had such a great time the last 3 months. Stay posted to unicorns.live as well as myself on Casca Queen on Instagram because then we'll keep you updated when season 3 comes back. Because, actually, I don't know how much, we haven't talked about it, but it'll be back. But thank you, hope to see you soon. Have a great day.